first of 6 new songs to be on Fearless, Taylor's version will be released Thursday. Hey guys, welcome back to another Share News from Home. We have all the details on this extremely exciting news, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Tyler Joseph Ellis. Tyler, let's get into it. I am dying over this news. Fearless, Taylor's version is set to come out next month. I am like freaking out. I feel like it happened so fast. Are you excited? How are you feeling? Are you a Swiftie?
I am a Swiftie and a proud Swiftie. Have been since the beginning, ultimately. And I've just been obsessing over, of course, her 2 albums that came out during this lovely pandemic that we're in. But yeah, I cannot wait. I'm loving that she's because I've been seeing this sort of trend where artists like JoJo or Ali and AJ are like re-releasing their music, but in their updated voice. I mean, so much time has passed. And nostalgia is a very powerful thing. So I'm so excited that Taylor's sort of riding this train with the love story now with Fearless. I am in, and when I say I'm in, I'm 100% in and will be listening on repeat. I cannot wait.
Oh my God, same. I am so with you. There's something about, especially like you mentioned, in these crazy times we're living in, a nice dose of nostalgia can be so
Yes.
refreshing. And this album has so many songs, like You Belong. I mean, I'm just dying to hear them all, what she's going to do with them, if she's going to give us any music videos. I mean, truly the excitement is overwhelming. And if we weren't excited enough about just the original songs that she will be recording from the album, there are also going to be 6 never before released completely new songs on this version of the album. Basically, these are songs from the vault that almost made the cut the first time she released the album, but for whatever reason at the time didn't quite make the extended release. And now she's dusted them off, gotten them perfect, and they are ready for all of our ears. The exciting news is that the first of these 6 songs is actually coming out on Thursday. So Taylor is literally just the gift that keeps on giving right now. Every time we blink, there is some new Taylor Swift music, which I have to say I am here for. She announced the news on Instagram. The song is going to be called You All Over Me. And she revealed that Maren Morris will be featured. She wrote on her Instagram, quote, "One thing I've been loving about these From the Vault songs is that they've never been heard, so I can experiment, play, and even include some of my favorite artists. I'm really excited to have Maren Morris singing background vocals on this song." I have to say, I feel like the minute I read this, it was like, oh my God, no brainer. Their voices together. I mean, This is going to be beautiful.
I could not agree more. I'm just, what you said about it really feels like every time we blink, there is more Taylor news. There is more original content coming out. I just am so into this. I think absolutely a match made in heaven with these 2 voices. I cannot wait to see perhaps more collaborations in the future, because ultimately she has so much music and can sort of do whatever she wants. I mean, if she's churning these out so quickly, may as well feature an artist that she admires and feels would fit the style of the song. I am so into it. And I mean, because ultimately, I mean, we've seen people are really at a crossroads with how this last year has been. It's one, being creatively stifled and not being inspired in this time. And then there are the Taylor Swifts of the world, where I feel like this is the most content she's made, I mean, in this time frame. I mean, it's astounding how much music I am listening to that came out within the last calendar year. It's so magical. So I'm in. I'm just so excited. This news is like blowing my mind.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm right there with you. I've thought of that too. Like, this can be such a confusing time for people, like feeling motivated, you know, or feeling totally, like you said, just stifled and bored and like can't get out of your own way. And it feels like Taylor Swift on lockdown at home is like the most productive human being alive, and more power to her because she's making it way easier on the rest of us. What's interesting, going back to Taylor and Maren, this is not the first time they teamed up, and I have to say, I didn't know this at all. I think it's such a cute story. She joined Taylor on stage in Dallas, Texas, back in 2018 for one of her Reputation tour stops. At the time they performed Marin's song, The Middle, Taylor shared a clip on her Instagram writing, "Vocals, Marin. Marin is from Arlington, Texas, and judging from the deafening screeches of joy from the crowd, they are proud of her. So, so grateful this happened. I was so happy. I was really just bopping like an 8-year-old alone in my room." This caption, even though she wrote it back in 2018, I don't know, there was something about it that just brought me so much joy because Taylor
Yeah.
Swift is such a mega star, right? And to hear her be so excited about, at the time, an up and coming artist, you know, whose fans were excited to see her in her hometown, it just felt like, I don't know, there's something so special about women like
Yeah.
collaborating together and then circling back, right? And like maintaining that creative friendship. I love to see Taylor doing this. She's such a huge star, and it feels like
Yes.
when she meets someone and she really connects with them, it like means something, you know?
Yes, 100%. I mean, she's been in this business for so long. I mean, lest we forget curly hair country Taylor. I mean, she's been in her shoes. She understands what it's like to be a new artist. I mean, every artist at some point is a new artist. And I am so appreciative when people do reach this level of success, when they're able to use that platform to help other artists that they believe in, because I think people took chances on Taylor. I think, and Taylor taking then chances on up and coming people. I think that is totally how this industry should work. It just, we should all be helping each other and uplifting each other. And like what you said, the fact that it's two women like sort of charging this industry, I'm so in, and I think it shows a lot of Taylor's sort of personality and what she believes in with this industry. She's very outspoken about how her experience, and I think she wants to sort of spread the love here. And another reason to love Taylor Swift. Can you tell I'm a Swiftie?
I know. I'm like, same here. We're like, love you, keep doing you. We want more. What do you think? This honestly just popped into my head. Predictions? Is You All Over Me going to be a ballad, emotional, something slower? Or are we going to get, upbeat, more pop Taylor? What do you think?
I don't know. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. If we just got Evermore and Folklore, which are very soft,
Hmm.
sort of. I mean, there's some exceptions in some
Hmm.
of those songs.
Hmm.
I have a feeling that she might just, for funsies, do a full 180, and this will be sort of a pop ballad, a little bit more produced sounding, sort of maybe
Hmm.
reminiscent of her older stuff, but at the same time, maybe from a style perspective, she'll want to sort of keep it going. But she's had 2 albums now with that sort of
Hmm.
sound. I just have a feeling that she's going to be like, why not? And just drop something that we haven't seen from her in a second. I don't know, but what are you thinking?
I'm kind of with you. I don't know why. I have the same sort of like gut feeling. Just because if we think about it, this album and going into the nostalgia of it all, obviously this song
Hmm.
was written at a time when she wasn't in her folklore vibe. So like she's
Yeah,
got a lot of range. I think we've come to like recognize that she can be super poppy, super country, ballads,
yeah.
really upbeat radio, on repeat kind of songs. So I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if she was just like, keep enjoying folklore, keep enjoying Evermore. Whatever mood strikes you, I got something new for anyone at any time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, obviously.
I
What's
cannot
really
wait.
cool is the re-recording of this album is of course happening due to the difficult battle she faced, trying to fight for
Yeah,
control of the rights of her masters. And this is just one of those moments where taking a step back from all that drama, like as a fan, I'm just thrilled to get the new music, right? And I think this
of
is
course.
just such a powerful example of making the best of a difficult situation, right? I mean, she was like, okay,
Mhm.
how can I turn this into something rewarding for me? And honestly, rewarding for us, rewarding for the fans.
Yeah, 100%. I taking the reins back. I mean, a lot of these artists experienced this. I mean, that's why JoJo re-released A Little Too Late, because
Hmm.
there's, when you're so young in this industry, you sign these contracts and then you don't own your music the way that I think you just assume artists do. And I just love
Hmm.
that Taylor's at a point in her career where she's like, well, if I can't get these original masters, what, I'm just going to re-release them. And I think
Right.
that is just so because a lot of artists that sort of change their style and tone as frequently as like a Taylor Swift would. Of course, I'm thinking Gaga, thinking even Cher. Like I'm the people that sort of change, always change it up for us. Like to revisit a
Hmm.
phase when you're out of it, I think shows a lot of artistry in and of itself. And it just
Yeah.
goes to show that it just means a lot to her, and she understands that she has, I imagine her just every phase of her life, like getting fans like along the way for whatever. And then she's now is just this icon. And I just love that she's
Hmm.
acknowledging the fact that it's like some of you have been here since Fearless or before. I'm going to give you some more. I'm going to give you some more Fearless, which I love, despite her just releasing these two very different sounding albums. I just love that. She is so smart and so ultimately I feel very catered to in terms of her fan base. I can't say enough good things about her.
Absolutely. I think the Taylor Swift Love Fest could, of course, go on and on. For now, you guys, that is all of the information we have for you. But don't worry, we will keep you updated. In the meantime, while we're waiting, we want to know honestly what you are most excited about leading into this re release. So let us know down in the comments. And like I said, we're going to keep you posted as we get more details. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. I was joined by the wonderful Tyler Joseph Ellis. If you want to come say hi, our social handles are on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.